Hey everyone, Eric from Gramic. This video is for my LinkedIn community. I've been working on the integration of proprietary data with LLMs, and I have an exciting demo that shows the latest in long-term memory and learning. This is part of an open source project, and I'm looking for small businesses, not just ones with developers, who can be early adopters and partners on what I believe is a novel and powerful approach to using Gen AI. I've been working with Gen AI and proprietary data for 2 years now, and I think what I'm offering in a partnership would be a great way to build your institutional knowledge as a company on what Gen AI can do within your organization or industry. So if you're a bit behind on adoption or you're looking for something special to bring to your next board meeting, please reach out to me. I'm in the growth phase myself, so I can only work with a few folks at a time. And at the end of the demo, I'll share with you what I'm hoping to find in early adopters, and hopefully you fit this profile. Gramic is a better way to use large language models to achieve higher order thinking. This demo is just a teaser, but the architecture, including training mode, is designed to scale with large data sets. Now on to the demo. All right, let's jump right in. I'm going to ask my LLM to tell me what it knows about David F. Uh, Presumably, there's not enough context here, so it should tell us, I don't really know. And you can see it says, I understand you're asking me about David F. Can you provide more context? So now I'm going to provide more context through asking a question. I'm going to say, tell me about the host of the All In podcast. And if you're familiar with that podcast, one of the guests is David Freeberg. And we can get some information back. And here we have, it tells us about the hosts, including David Friedberg. So now when I go back to the question and tell us what we know about David F., it should make the connection because now we have some context and some recent history that talks about who David F. is. And now David F. has a concept of who David F. is. It's David Friedberg. And this is something that we've seen before. This is something that's, quite common in chat GPTs to have a history. But a history is not a long-term memory. So let's move on to a demo of that. I'm going to switch here and say, repeat after me. According to Chamath, David Freeberg is going to run for governor. And this is equivalent to, think about this like I'm adding a paragraph from a document into my long-term memory. And I'm going to turn on training mode. So this time I'll submit with training mode. It sends off that request and it did it. So right here, it repeated it just as if I asked it to. And it says, I've got it. According to Chamath, David Freeberg is going to run for governor of Utah. So next, I'm going to wipe its history, just like you would if you started a new chat in Chat GPT. So I'm going to turn off training mode. I don't need that now. I'm going to hit submit. And if everything works correctly, it should clear the history of the short-term conversation. All right, sounds good. I'm ready to start a new conversation. And I'm going to make sure that there's no tricks up my sleeve here. I'm going to ask it, what have we been talking about? If this was, just a history, it would still be there. But I want to make sure that I can demonstrate that the history is completely cleared out. And if I refresh, it says, well, if I recall correctly, we've just been setting things up for a new conversation. So it has no recollection, no history, no short-term memory about David Freeberg running for governor. All right, let's switch it up now and ask it to tell me about the All In podcast hosts and their aspirations for running for office. I'll hit submit. And now, because we formed that long-term memory, it knows more about the All In podcast host, which it tells us, but it triggered the long-term memory. And as you can see down here, I have a note that David Freeberg is said to be considering a run for governor. So if you haven't been eating, drinking, and sleeping large language models like I have in the past 2 years, you might not be perfectly clear on what you just saw. But if you have been and you've been struggling, you could understand how having long-term memory that works well and the ability to retrain or learn would profoundly change the experience of how bringing proprietary data to an LLM might be. So let's take a shift here and talk for a second about what type of partner I'm hoping to find and why I'm putting out this video. So an ideal partner for me, number one, first and foremost, is that you're looking to learn. There's no better way for you to start understanding how to use Gen AI in your organization than to take a hands-on approach. Let's start a small project. Over the past 2 years, I've had lots of conversations with CEOs and companies about integrating large language models, and I'm happy to have these conversations with you, help you get started. Knowing where to start can honestly be some of the hardest parts of using Gen AI, and this technology and a little bit of help and experience from me can go a long way. Number two is that you're looking to do a proof of concept. This is earlier software, and we don't have a lot of enterprise features that will be here in the next few months or years even. So there's a lot of things that just are actually easy to build, but just haven't been built yet. So this will work best in a proof of concept environment. Lastly, I don't want budget to be the biggest reason why you don't reach out to me. I'm actually way more interested in finding the right partner than I am at trying to make a quick buck off of this. So if you have a small budget, what I really want is that you're engaged. That's fine. Let's find the right project and the right opportunity. It will help both of us. I'll help make your organization become more aware on the capabilities, and you can help me by testing out more real world experiences and use cases within the software. It's really valuable to me, and I really appreciate it. So that's it. This is the video. I hope you liked the demo. Maybe with this explanation, you can go back and watch it. And if it didn't make sense the first time, maybe you can absorb a bit more of it now that I gave a little bit more of an explanation. Thank you for watching my demo, and I hope to hear from you soon. Please reach out to me. But for now, I'm pretty busy, and so I'm going to get back to work. Thanks again.